It's Connor has a nose for that end zone, and he scores.
All-out pressure here. Throw the fade right away or throw it.
Got rid of it. Diving attempt. Caught. With 75 catches, 1,300 yards, and 10 touchdowns.
You know, through writing it down in so many different ways. And
he's got another touchdown pass.
He does.
That's Ertz at the goal line. Ertz with a touchdown to go with his earlier 2-point.
On his 3rd and goal. Murray with time throws this side. Touchdown. Williams gets the ball and gets the touchdown.
You'd like to say A.J. Green, but he hasn't been able to come down with the big catch.
Murray stepping up, gonna run for it, gonna make the end zone for the touchdown. 2nd and 10, quick pass outside, and that is complete. That is Moreau, and Moreau fighting for yardage. The ball is loose again. Picked up by the Cardinals. This is Byron Murphy to the end zone for the touchdown and the win.
Murray on 3rd down. Looking end zone. He throws. Touchdown. Zach Ertz. 2nd and goal. It's Murray running behind Connor. He is in for a Cardinals touchdown.
Who would ever think that Aaron Rodgers at home would be losing to a 3rd-string quarterback?
And now Murray to the end zone. Brown, touchdown.
That was absolutely beautiful. Miles Hartsfield, the backup safety in for Jeremy Chin. Both feet get down. He had his right down, drags that left foot.
Catch made. Hollywood Brown trying to shake loose, and he does! To the end zone! That's going to be a Cardinal touchdown! Just because of the effective calls. Powering his way. Eno Benjamin has a Cardinal touchdown! For the Cardinals. In trouble. Dixon. He's going to be nailed. And a fumble recovery by Chris Banjo, and that's going to be a Cardinal touchdown.
And the ball off, and fighting his way is Ingram for a touchdown. Dalton underneath, and his tip and interception. And all the way inside the 10 to the end zone goes Marco Wilson.
Against the Cardinals.
And both have been huge. One stopped a long drive, and this one results in a pick 6. 3rd and 10. Dalton steps up. Picked off at the 40-yard line. Isaiah Simmons. Simmons down the sideline. Simmons inbounds. Simmons all the way.
By the rookie Thomas getting in, and then Isaiah Simmons cleaning it up and showing you what he can do with the ball in his hands after he comes up with that interception.
Hopkins moving. 2nd and goal. To the left side. Caught and into the end zone. Greg Dortch. On the ground. Trying to work his way in there. No, he's a little bit short. Benjamin again.
Oh, that looks like a touchdown to me.
Take a look. His butt is down, and then it should be a touchdown.
And as hard as he ran on that play, deserves a touchdown.
Murray, end zone throw. Oh, what a catch! One-handed DeAndre Hopkins.
Got the biggest hands on the planet, and look at him stab that thing out there, making it look easy. They call that, I don't even know why they call it the turkey hole, but they call that the turkey hole.
Way to the line again. A quick toss to Zach Ertz, who slips a tackle and powers his way toward the goal line.
I think his feet stay in. Let's see.
He's not out. There's no. And look, Pilot, boy.
Oh, no. I think the quick throws.
Tyler's toss is good. Back to Rondale Moore. Stretches out of it. He's going to go into the end zone, and that's going to be a Cardinal touchdown.
The fumble, you got to go make a tackle right here. Look at him punch at the ball, but he doesn't wrap up the player. Got to wrap up the player, then punch at the ball.
3rd and short. Kyler Murray
Under pressure from Puna Ford. He's got DeAndre Hopkins, and Hopkins has a touchdown.
Tennessee's starting to hit that stride.
Smith.
Oh, it's picked! What a play by Zaven Collins! And this game is flipped. Arizona with a defensive touchdown. Their 5th of the year to lead the league. Murray, quick throw on the slant. It's Ertz for the touchdown.
Cardinals-Rams tied at 3. First and goal. Here is Connor. Takes it in for an Arizona touchdown.
DeAndre Hopkins has been all over the place. So one spot, two spot, wherever you need him to be.
To the end zone. A.J. Green makes the catch. Spectacular for a Cardinals touchdown over David Long in the corner of the end zone.
Done that so many times. Look at the body control, the awareness, both feet inbounds. Controls the football all the way through. That is a phenomenal catch.
Moore with 9 receptions today. Here's Connor, touch to the outside. Already has a touchdown today. He dives, and he's in.
Connor on first and goal is in for the touchdown.
Blitz is on, down the middle. He's got the wide open Hopkins with a spinning broken tackle, taking it into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals. Second down 3. They can get a first down at the 2, but time is an issue. Here comes the rush by Gaziano, and there goes the quarterback in for 6. Murray blocked by Beecham. Oh, he's got Connor, and he's got a touchdown.